another week of climate. My name is Leah Hill.
And I'm James Cuellar.
And we're here from the OWL-HOOT Weather Lab, bringing you your weekly regional forecast starting on September 7th, 2018. James, what are we going to be looking at?
We're going to be looking at those drier conditions over the next couple of weeks and those above average temperatures that are going to be sticking around as well. And we're going to be taking a look at the tropics as those are starting to heat up through the month of September.
No pun intended.
No.
All right, well, let's just jump right on into your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. It's looking a lot hotter than it was last week. If you do notice, we have some areas that have 80% of above average temperatures. That is centered over Colorado and even the Four Corners region. They're going to be seeing hotter temperatures coming up this next week, and then also over in New England, we see another patch of above average temperatures. Out towards the northwest, they're going to see some more below average temperatures for this week like they saw last week as well. And then if you look at our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, it's looking more on the drier side than what we saw last week. We do have these below average precipitation, and that is across most of the country, central portion of the states out through the west, even through Utah and Nevada, and then down more towards the southeast, going up the eastern coast. They're going to be seeing some above average precipitation for the 6 to 10 day mark. Now, what about these temperatures in the 8 to 14 day time frame?
Well, they're going to be much the same. The Four Corners region, the Rockies, they're all going to be seeing above average temperatures, and we're seeing a large swath of above average temperatures that's going to be extending across the Midwest and even into the Ohio River Valley region and up and into New England. Now, we do have a small pocket of below average temperatures in the Pacific Northwest, but the majority of the nation is going to be baking over the next couple of weeks. Now, as we move on to our precipitation outlook, those drier conditions are going to be sticking around a little bit across the majority of the western half of the United States. However, we do have small pockets of above average rainfall anticipated for the northern plains and across the southeast. What does the drought monitor look like today, Leah?
It's looking better, actually. It's looking a lot better than it was last week. If you remember, down along the Gulf Coast, they were in a drought, but we've been seeing a lot more rain and a little bit of tropical activity even in that area, and because of it, it has cleared the drought out around Houston and even up through New Orleans, and even here in Norman and the Oklahoma, along the Texas and Oklahoma border, the drought conditions there are not in the extreme as we were seeing last week and are more down towards the moderate to severe drought region. So looking a little bit better. Hopefully this trend keeps up. What about our 1 month outlook? What are you seeing?
Well, we're going to be looking at those above average temperatures sticking around again for the majority of the nation, particularly along the southwestern coast in the Pacific region and along in the New England area and the Ohio River Valley. As we go to our precipitation outlook, we actually have quite a good chance of seeing some above average precipitation across the center of the nation, as we're looking at 60% above average across Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, but we are looking at those below average precipitation chances in the Pacific Northwest once again.
Now, I promised you guys we would give you the tropical outlook. James,
Yes.
What are we going to be seeing in the tropics season?
I recommend that anybody who is watching this go to the National Hurricane Center to have more in-depth forecasts. We're also monitoring 2 tropical disturbances off the coast of Africa right now. They both have a high chance of developing into a tropical depression or a tropical storm in the next couple of days. So we're going to be monitoring that over the next few weeks as well.
Well, thank you for watching us. We are with the Oklahoma Weather Lab and partners of the Southern Climate Impacts Planning Program. Be sure to catch our podcast every Friday. Where can we see those?
Well, you guys can subscribe to our YouTube channel, the Oklahoma Weather Lab on YouTube, and you can also follow us on other social media platforms such as Twitter and on Facebook.
Have a great week, everyone.